Welcome back to the Gentleman's Gazette. In today's video, we're exploring the versatility of the classic navy blue suit by showcasing 7 different outfits you can achieve with it. The navy suit is unquestionably one of the most iconic suits in all of classic menswear. It's been a fixture at political rallies, boardrooms, weddings, date nights, and everyday wear for decades. And if you're at all already immersed in the world of classic menswear, there's a good chance you own a navy suit, and you may be wondering if you're truly maximizing its full potential. To help you answer that question, we're going to illustrate today just how versatile the navy suit really is. We'll begin by highlighting the characteristics you want in a navy suit to maximize its adaptability, and then we'll put that adaptability on display in several different outfits. This approach will help you to spend your money wisely, investing in one highly versatile garment that can be worn in a multitude of ways. For more on this concept and philosophy, you can take a look at our cost per wear video here. After watching this video, you could, if you so desired, get away with wearing elements of your navy suit every day of the week and still look like you were wearing a mostly fresh ensemble every time. Even so, we'd probably recommend that you give the suit a little bit more of a rest. But before we show you the 7 looks we've picked out for today, let's first discuss the characteristics to look for in a versatile navy suit. Regular viewers of the channel may recognize that I'm wearing a navy blue suit today that I got from Suit Supply. You can find our video about my experience here. But let's quickly cover here just what makes it so adaptable. First of all, and most obviously, in terms of color, I went with navy blue, as this is a color that can straddle the line between formal and casual effortlessly well. I chose a single-breasted jacket, as double-breasted cuts tend to look more formal almost always, but I did go with double vents in the back because they flatter my physique more and I prefer them overall. Most gentlemen are typically going to get more use out of a single-breasted suit, so it was a safer choice for me to pick. However, you'll also notice that I opted for peaked lapels on this suit, as opposed to the more conventional and common notched lapels. While notches might be a safer and versatile choice, I decided to go for peaked lapels on this particular suit jacket because I have a number of notched lapel jackets in my wardrobe already, and I wanted the jacket to have a slight spark of unique personality. In terms of the buttons, I've gone with a 3-roll-2 front closure, meaning that while the suit does have 3 buttons, only the middle one is really meant to be buttoned, where the topmost button rolls naturally under the lapel. This way, the button stance is fairly neutral, while again having a bit more personality from that somewhat hidden 3rd button, and it will look more casual and more versatile overall than a true 3-button jacket, which can look a bit more formal and buttoned up. Moving to the trousers, I'll note first that I chose to go with side adjusters, which can be a great option for any slight fluctuations in your waistline without having to go to a tailor. After all, we've all indulged in that extra bite or two at lunch. The trousers do also have buttons inside the waistband to accommodate suspenders if I so choose to wear them, but at the moment they fit me well enough that I don't actually have to wear the suspenders in order for the trousers to hang correctly on my waistline. These trousers are flat-fronted, but if you want to incorporate pleats into your trouser looks, you can learn more about them and why Raphael loves them so much in this video here. Also, the trouser legs are uncuffed for 2 reasons. The first is that cuffs are more informal, so I wanted something that would harmonize well with the peaked lapels of the jacket. Secondly, if I had gotten cuffs on these trousers, the leg openings are narrow enough that they probably would have bunched awkwardly around my shoes, which is something I definitely didn't want. Still, if you're interested in whether or not you should put cuffs on your trousers, we've got a video on that topic as well. Other small details include working buttons or surgeon's cuffs on the jacket sleeves, as well as a ticket pocket and a lack of trouser break for the reasons of the narrow leg opening that I just mentioned. And of course, you'll notice that I've opted for a two-piece suit rather than a three-piece with a matching waistcoat. While most of the advice we'll provide in today's video could be extrapolated to include a three-piece suit, two pieces are more common for most men these days, and thus we thought this advice would be most universal when applied to a two-piece suit. So, now that we've covered all of the details of the garment, let's see just how suitable it can be for a variety of situations. Our first example look today has been designed to function as everyday wear at a white-collar office. It's a traditional and conservative look that still has enough personality to get you noticed for all of the right reasons. Starting from the ground up, my shoes are cap-toed Oxfords in a dark brown color, which again are fairly conservative. For the differences between Oxford shoes, Darbys, and Blouchers, you can consult this video here. My shadow-striped dress socks in navy blue and royal blue are subdued, but they do provide a subtle hint of color. Fort Belvedere offers a wide variety of shadow-striped socks for introducing some personality on your ankles, and we've even got an entire comprehensive ebook on how to pair pants, socks, and shoes together. Also, a note here that I won't be specifically mentioning belts or suspenders for any of the outfits in today's video, but keep in mind that with our modular belt system from Fort Belvedere, where you can exchange the belt and buckle into various different combinations, you should be able to effortlessly match the leathers and metals of any outfit. Add a couple of pairs of suspenders to your wardrobe, and you'll be good to go. As one might expect in a white-collar business setting, I've chosen a shirt that is both white and has a collar. The shirt has a spread collar to harmonize well with my face shape, and I've worn a slightly wider tie knot to accommodate it. And as much as I love to wear cufflinks, I decided to go with simple barrel cuffs with this shirt. In some white-collar office settings, more sedate cufflink options could be perfectly acceptable, but if you wear something overly flashy, it could be considered an unprofessional distraction. So think about your own office culture to determine what might be most appropriate, but if you want to go with the safest option, stick with barrel cuffs. My pocket square here is in white linen with a contrasting green edge, and it's in a point fold. White linen is of course ideal for more formal pocket squares, but the green edge gives it a touch of playfulness. And the understated theme continues with my tie, which is in bottle green madder silk and accented by a Macclesfield Neats pattern in orange and blue. And you'll notice that I left my lapels buttonhole empty. As much as we here at the Gentleman's Gazette are big fans of boutonnieres, they might not be totally appropriate for buttoned-up, white-collar office settings. We'll stay on the more formal side of things with our next look as well, which is great for a cocktail hour, business dinner, or romantic date. Or perhaps all three in one evening if you're anything like Don Draper. Our number 2 look builds upon the sedate charm of daytime business wear, but its refined details give it a formal flair that is more suitable for the evening. Still, it isn't quite as high up on the sartorial ladder as the black tie or certainly the white tie dress code, and if you'd like to learn more about those, you can consult our comprehensive black tie guide on the website here. Instead, I've opted to pair the navy with lustrous yet subdued shades, and we'll start with the shoes here, which are a perfect example. They're oxblood-colored hole cuts from Ace Marks with their hand-painted patina that strikes just the right balance for an evening out. And to bridge the color gap between the suit trousers and the shoes, I'm again wearing some shadow-striped socks from Fort Belvedere, this time in midnight blue and burgundy. The shirt is white again, but this time it's got French cuffs, and into them I've inserted our platinum-plated sterling silver monkey's fist knot cufflinks. For another pop of burgundy, I'm wearing a silk jacquard tie that features a subtle pattern of small white polka dots, and a silk sleek wool pocket square with a slightly bolder pattern in wine red and also featuring tones of orange, yellow, green, and blue. And functioning as the true statement piece of the outfit is my boutonniere, which is a red camellia. But now let's transition from supper clubs and opera boxes to a look that is formal but also festive. Here we've traded some of the deep and lustrous tones for more springy pastels. This look would be ideal for ritzy semi-formal events like weddings, garden parties, or croquet tournaments. You do have a croquet tournament coming up on your calendar, right? For my shoes here, I've opted for black single monk straps because the cut of the shoe is more casual, but the color black is of course more formal, so these two factors together create a nice balance. Of course, the navy suit goes well with many different shoe colors and styles, from the casual moccasin all the way up to the formal black Oxford. With apologies to Luke Wilson, though, we wouldn't necessarily recommend wearing a navy suit with sneakers like this. Still, if you'd be interested in learning how to incorporate sneakers into classic menswear, you can hear Kyle discuss that topic in this video. Presaging the dominant color choice in the ensemble, I've chosen to wear pink and gray shadow striped socks, and they harmonize nicely with my pastel pink shirt, which is the centerpiece of the outfit. The pastel tone serves to brighten up the navy suit, but I'm also reinforcing the blue color by wearing our platinum-plated sterling silver eagle claw cufflinks featuring blue lapis lazuli as the stone. And to harmonize with the socks and the shirt, I'm wearing a Fort Belvedere knit tie in magenta pink and gray Cri de la Soie silk. To further accent the pink tones without looking too matchy-matchy, I've also gone for a linen pocket square that is so pale pink as to basically be white with a more noticeably pink X stitch on its edge. I've also opted for a powdery pink rose from Fort Belvedere because, after all, if you can't wear flowers at a wedding, where can you wear them? Now, we don't want to give the impression that the navy suit is only for formal occasions or special events, so our number 4 look today will be one that you can put on anytime you simply want to dress to enjoy your clothes. I'm once again wearing my brown cap-toed Oxfords, and here I've paired them with two-tone socks from Fort Belvedere in dark blue and light blue. The pastel blue shirt I'm wearing harmonizes well with both the suit and the socks, and ties in nicely to some of the other accessories in the outfit. And while you can get away with pairing navy or darker blue accessories with a navy suit, trying to also wear a navy blue shirt will result in a monochromatic look that isn't exactly classic. Now, I'm definitely not going with a monochromatic... Now... Uh-oh, frog in my throat. Now, in this look, I'm definitely not going for a monochromatic effect, and in fact, I wanted to try one of the more unique and challenging colors to pair with navy, which is green. After all, as you should well know, it's not that easy being green. But when done properly, it certainly can look wonderful, and we'll start here with the green in my cufflinks, which again are eagle claw designs, and they feature malachite as the stone. For a softer transition from blue to green, I went with a vintage bow tie from Brooks Brothers that is navy, but features a green geometric pattern. And because the bow tie is more sedate, I felt comfortable going with an especially bold pocket square, our Art Deco Egyptian scarab design from Fort Belvedere. This one is in olive green, and it features accents in burnt orange, sunflower yellow, and mohair blue. And to bring the entire ensemble together with an organic touch, I've opted for a small green carnation boutonniere that we've dubbed the Oscar Wilde carnation. Now, our first 4 looks today have utilized the navy suit as a proper whole, but for the next 3 looks, we're going to break it apart for even more versatility. If you'd like to learn about the Italian technique of breaking suits apart known as spezzato, you can go here. For our number 5 look today then, I've chosen to utilize just the jacket, and I've incorporated it into one of the most classic pairings in menswear, the navy blazer and gray trousers. And of course, while I'm using my suit jacket as a stand-in for a blazer here, keep in mind that most correctly, there is a difference between suit jackets, blazers, and sport coats. When I first debuted a look similar to this in our Blazers Under $500 video, I was wearing Spectator shoes. However, since I'm not wearing a genuine blazer here, I've instead opted for my dark chocolate brown suede loafers from Meerman, which help to dress down the outfit. My shadow-striped socks here are in light blue and gray to pick up on the blue color tones, but also to provide a nice transition into my trousers. The trousers themselves are in medium gray, and they feature an extremely fine pattern in their weave. The gray of the trousers helps the navy of the jacket to really pop, while that small pattern provides a bit more visual interest. And as most of the outfit is relatively conservative, I wanted to spice things up with something a bit bolder for my shirt, so I've here gone for a blue checked pattern on a white ground that is reminiscent of gingham. I've again gone with our lapis lazuli eagle claw cufflinks here to further accent the blue color feel. And as with the loafers, I decided to go a bit more casual with my tie, which is here a two-toned knit tie in blue and brown. For maximum simplicity and versatility, I've gone with an open weave white pocket square that features a light blue X stitch. The open weave pairs well with the casualness of the knit tie as well as the pattern in the trousers. Of course, I've again decided here to entirely forego a boutonniere, as I designed this look to be a bit more casual and more modern overall. That being said, when it comes to the finest examples of classic style with a modern twist, I'm happy to turn it over to our resident expert. So, let's take a quick intermission here and see a more contemporary take on the navy suit with a bonus look from our resident auteur of the au courant, the maestro of modern, the hierophant of hip, the king of cool, Kyle the Style Thibodeau.
Thank you, Preston. That was dramatic.
You should hear the names I call Raphael.
Now, getting back to the topic at hand, this look is intended to emphasize a clean, minimalistic silhouette, something that is uniquely modern but not distracting. Consider wearing this in a business casual office setting, or for social events when you want to look cool, collected, but also comfortable. Now, starting off with shoes. A pair of dress boots would offer a sleek and neat foundation to this outfit. I'm wearing brown chukka boots, which are slightly on the more casual side of things. You can always increase the formality of this outfit by going all the way up to a pair of black dress boots if desired. Now we have more on pairing dress shoes and jeans here. And alternatively, you could always wear a pair of minimalist, clean sneakers as well. Now moving on to trousers. Try wearing a pair of dark wash denim with minimal... Now moving on to trousers. Try wearing a pair of dark wash denim with subdued stitching and no loud details. Try staying away from things like fringes, contrast pocket details, and distressed components. Your trousers should have enough formality to pair nicely with your navy suit jacket. Now I have more to say on pairing jeans with sport coats and blazers in this video. Next, let's talk about shirts. Now today I've opted to wear a clean white dress shirt with no tie. The pop of color will help emphasize the subtle difference in color between the jacket and the jeans. And it does this without clashing with either item. And of course, we can't forget a good pocket square. Now to keep the outfit from looking plain, I've added a mid-blue silk wool pocket square with green detailing. The rich blue brings out the blue in the jeans and the jacket. And the green creates a unique visual interest that isn't overbearing. And when you heard jeans and navy suit jacket, you probably thought I was going to wear a light wash pair of jeans to up the contrast against the jacket. But that sort of look has limited utility because the lighter color of the jeans makes them look more casual, which in turn makes the jacket look more formal, creating a discordant, jarring effect. So to keep things a bit more formal, I stuck with a darker palette. And this palette has distinct highlights of color. This illustrates a common tenet in jeans and classic menswear. Subtle details, nuanced color balancing, and the perfect fit are key. Now I discuss jeans fit in further detail here. So there you have it, a modern twist on the navy suit that is all classic style. Now I'll hand you back to our singing sultan of sartorial superlatives, the wit that won't quit, Preston.
Thanks, Kyle. You've inspired me to stick with the navy jacket again for our number 6 look today, but to go with something even bolder. And let's also get Raphael in on the mix a little bit here. For this next look, which is designed for warm weather, I'm drawing inspiration from an outfit that Raphael wore while on a trip to Italy in 2014. But rest assured that this look will still work even if you aren't touring a Lamborghini showroom or visiting a cheese vault in Parma. We'll start again here with the shoes, which are tan wingtips from Allen Edmonds that feature a woven leather design. I've paired them with some Fort Belvedere shadow striped socks in caramel and dark burgundy, as the red provides an elegant pop of color in an unexpected place, and the color tones also harmonize nicely with my tie and boutonniere. Because I unfortunately don't yet own a pair of white and blue striped seersucker trousers, I've instead gone with a pair of white pants from Brooks Brothers that are just as cool and breathable. They're perfect for warm or indeed hot weather, and they also help to dress down the navy jacket. I've here gone for a shirt featuring light blue and white stripes. I've chosen to accessorize in this look with Fort Belvedere Monkey's Fist knot cufflinks in rose gold to bring out both the yellow and red tones of the outfit. Meanwhile, my bow tie is in buff and red with a repeating micro pattern. The red accentuates the red tones in my socks, while the buff, which reads as yellow, also harmonizes well with my socks and provides a nice contrast to the navy blue of the jacket. My pocket square, again in white linen, is more subdued overall, but it does contain small blue polka dots for just a hint of playfulness. And of course, the red and yellow color palette is perfectly encapsulated in my boutonniere, which is an exotic design meant to echo the flowers of the Caribbean. And to cap off the look today, I'm also wearing a Panama hat featuring a subtle brown band. And now for our seventh and final look today, instead of just using the jacket from the suit, we're just going to use the trousers. For this look, I definitely had the colder months of the year in mind, where you want to stay warm but still have an outfit good for getting whatever you need to do done. And of course, if you'd like some more layering tips, Kyle has you covered there as well. Keeping things neutral, I've again opted for my chocolate brown suede loafers from Meerman, and I've here paired them with shadow striped socks in navy blue and yellow. My shirt is off-white to harmonize with both the brown and yellow tones elsewhere in the outfit, and while it does have French cuffs, I've just inserted simple black links into them as they aren't meant to be seen under the sleeves of the brown cardigan sweater. And for a pop of color to liven things up just a bit, I've gone with a knit tie from Fort Belvedere in pale yellow, which harmonizes well with the accent color in the socks. And speaking of the weather, when it comes to keeping out the cold using overcoats over your navy suits, black or navy would be acceptable choices, but they aren't going to be that visually interesting. Instead, you might want to consider something like a camel hair polo coat, which was one of the items we declared to be expensive but worth it in this video. Pair it with a black watch tartan scarf and you'll be keeping out the cold in style. So now that we've covered all 7 looks today, plus our bonus look from Kyle, let's sum up with a few key takeaways. The navy suit can effortlessly run the formality gamut from grocery store runs all the way to semi-formal weddings, but it's important that you'll pair it with the correct shirt, shoes, and accessories in each circumstance. So remember to exercise some care when you're planning your outfits and not to just throw anything together and hope that it looks good. Even so, the navy suit is more than versatile enough to allow a gentleman to express his personality in a variety of ways. Experiment with different colors, accessories, and details, and for more on how to do all of this, you can consult our full color mixing and matching playlist here. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, the navy suit is just like any other suit in this respect: fit is key. So if you need to know how a suit should fit properly, we've got you covered with these 2 videos here. We'll skip an outfit rundown in today's video, as you've already seen a multitude of looks, and of course I'm currently wearing look number 3 here. Still, for a wide array of men's accessories, including most of the ones featured in today's video, you can take a look at the Fort Belvedere shop here.